here we have the monster of a case, the Asa Nova 8000. Over here you've B, yes. Over here you have your interface. That's really all there is to see on top, except for the awesome looking design. I would say that. This is actually slightly angled that way. You've got this orange stripe, looks pretty cool.
It's angular and colorful awesomeness.
Yes, angular is good. Over here you have the fan controller, plus, minus.
Is that even a button? Nope, that's not a button over there. But there's only one way to find out. So.
Right. Other buttons.
Something and something else?
Yes. And we have your USBs, 3.0, 2.0.
And then your audio input and outputs.
Yeah.
Which you can probably actually make that, if it's like mine, which I'm sure it probably is. Actually, no, it will be because it's the same motherboard. Yeah. But, like, you can actually assign these to be whatever you want. So you can have front speaker and rear speaker, or subwoofer, or center, or line in. That's just a suggestion.
Right. Well, here we go. To get into this monster, we're going to turn it on its side. So we can better put...
Time for you to unbox your new motherboard. In my old box.
Yes. That wasn't necessary. They didn't need to know.
Well, then there would be somebody saying, like, well, why doesn't it say R2 on it? Because his was an open box and this came in a plain white box.
I have 7 subscribers. You have
11.
11. I'm
but
one
none
of
on,
them.
But none on Jpocolypse 2 yet.
Yes. So all of this cool stuff, all of this cool stuff that is irrelevant because it's the wrong box.
Close enough. It's the same motherboard. It's just the revision 1 box.
Yes. Okay. So we got the motherboard in there. What a crazy unboxing.
But before you handle the motherboard, you can go ahead and pull out the bag. While you do that, though, just don't take that bag yet. I'm going to go get you a ground strap.
Yes, perfect.
We like to play it safe, even though I don't mind completely ungrounded.
Oh, shoot. I just bumped the camera. Hope you guys are all right up there. Here's the panel. See, it's slightly tinted. We're going to put that away for now.
Okay, we're back. I can't find it. So the other thing to do, just touch a metal case. That'll usually do you okay.
Okay. So I'm going to touch it with my elbow because I'm cool like that.
Don't worry. You don't. This is an anti-static bag. Yeah. So you're good. And you don't have to be touching this constantly. Just frequently do that.
Yeah. So a lot of what I see on Linus Tech Tips, he's cool. Check him out. He uses the motherboard box.
Actually, usually use it.
Well, it's still a box.
Right.
And this has stuffs in it. Stuffs. Important stuffs.
Oh, wait. First thing we need is this.
The I/O panel.
Right. We will get to that in just a second. Once I get this thing out of the bag. It's stuck. Oh, it's tape.
Well, don't break my freaking motherboard.
I won't. I've never broken a motherboard.
Good. I'm just gonna...
Sometimes I wonder how. My old computer I shorted out like 3 dozen times and it's still with us.
There's the I/O.
And then here is the motherboard. Pretty nice. Nice Asus. It's the Tough series, so it's got a 5-year warranty and everything. As you see, this one is R2.0. Probably upside down for you. There you go. But it has the nice ceramic heatsink things for better cooling. I actually think that the colors of this might be slightly different than my R1 board. We'll have to see and we'll let you know. Because mine's right there.
Stay tuned.
Again.
Yeah. As always, stay tuned because we like our viewers. We love you, even if you're an Apple person who's slightly misled. We love you.
Yeah. That. Okay. So now, where's the box? You guys are just seeing this box. Okay.
Yes.
So we'll set this aside for now. Oh, you already got the I/O panel installed.
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, in case you are watching, that's really easy to do. You just have to basically push on all the corners stuff and make sure that it's in all the way.
Yes.
Yeah. So now the next thing we need to do is grab the bag that came with the case, just right here, and then also
install the standoffs.
Right. You can use a screwdriver a lot of times as a tool, but I prefer nut drivers. They just seem to work better.
Well, that and the fact that it's straight on the driver.
Okay. Here.
So let's see, where do we install the standoffs on?
Take this, and then also probably this. It's probably going to be this one.
Yeah.
Okay, now here. See, I know there's probably, I've built a fair amount of computers. I'm sure there's some people out there they just know, but for me, I usually still just look. So you kind of get it roughly lined up in there is about how I usually do it. And then you can kind of see. So now I have a rough idea. And then pull this thing out. Okay. Then I usually kind of set it off to the side of it.
Okay, so like we're ready one here? One, okay, my hand is rather too big for that, so I'm just gonna... If you want, I can go ahead and get them started, and then you can just go ahead and, yeah, go for it. Okay. Yeah, there was one right here, too, right? Yes, okay. And then you think, push this one to this here? If not, we can always move, like, move them, because they're not in there permanently. Yeah. Maybe it's really, just make sure it's lined up. But I want to do this, I'm just looking over at the motherboard and kind of seeing roughly where the holes are. Yeah, this case and stuff, it can take, like, I think, like, oh, it's an extended ATX? I don't even know how small, you know, micro ATX, maybe even ITX, who knows? Okay, I think it's this one here? This one? Can you get it in there? Yeah, those on the side are a little weird. Yeah. Yeah, there we go, one second.
We realize this part is probably kind of boring, but it's definitely necessary unless you want your motherboard to short out, which is never good. I've had a computer short out probably about 3 dozen times. Still works, still use it on a regular basis, but when it shorts out, it does not smell good. It smells like burning electronics. That's how that's how I have no idea how in the world the thing is still working. But it has an Asus motherboard, so that might be part of it. I like those; they're fairly reliable.
What you may notice up there, people,
Is I like
people,
Asus.
well, that too. But there's actually already fans in here. It came with 4 total case fans, which is actually really nice if you're not someone who wants to instantly upgrade on your fans.
Yeah. So what I would recommend doing actually is let's just go ahead and remove the rear one while we're here. Here, I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Because yeah, this is where we're gonna stick the liquid cooler.
Okay.
And it will replace this fan, and then you can stick this fan up there, or the third fan for all I care. So you can have 3 on top.
Yes. Well, while I'm thinking of it, Jeremy, and for those of us viewers, well,
Those of
you
us
viewers, I watch my own videos. I
do too.
Sorry.
Gotta get views somehow.
Yes. Where else in this case do you think we could have situated our liquid cooler?
You could possibly do it up top, but I do it in the back as a rule of mine. That's the only place I can really fit it.
Well,
But-
yours is a mid tower. This is
Right.
a full tower.
Right. And I gotta figure out how in the world this is wired in here. That way I can unwire it. Because that's already cable managed in the way. I have an idea. Let's remove the top.
He's full of these ideas, people.
It's just how I am. So do we want to go ahead and stick it in this empty spot up top?
Yeah, sure. Although I would like to, yeah, because I want the orange somewhere visible.
Yeah, we'll see if we can put that anywhere. I don't know if we'll be able to on the liquid cooler, but we'll find out. Yeah, I'm gonna squeeze up here.
So make sure I'm grounded for a little bit, and then we can lay this bad boy down in there.
Make sure all of the screw holes will line up with something. Make sure all the holes have standoffs.
Standoff.
They do. We're good.
Okay.
You will. Here, I'll assist you with this a bit. You have to kind of there. I'll hold this. Go ahead and stick in that middle screw while I got this, and that'll help hold it in place. It's gonna be one of these. They're labeled. Just look at the packet of screws.
Okay. I might add, I closed it, I didn't expect it to be open. I might add that this comes with a pretty decent amount of reading
Literature?
material. Yes.
Probably in multiple languages, though.
Yeah. For card, for hard disk, for fan. Holy crap, where is it?
See, now mine it didn't come with them pre-labeled,
Ours.
so I ended up putting one with the wrong threads in there, and then
For motherboard.
there you go.
This is the, but that was the
Oh, is there any other screws? Grab the card ones.
card.
How many ones are there? 4 card.
Oh, here it is.
Okay. Yeah. So I ended up putting one that was threaded wrong into one of them. So yeah, now if you go to unscrew one, the standoff will come with it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Does this have a magnet on it?
I
It does.
think so.
And you don't want to tighten it too badly because we don't want to crack or bend or warp or whatever.
Tighten that sucker down. You don't have to worry. These, I mean, yeah, you don't want to go super tight, but you can go ahead and snug them up pretty good because this won't warp the board. All the standoffs, if you have a decent case, I mean, unless you have some Chinese piece of crap. No offense to our Chinese viewers, but there probably aren't many. We're banned there.
My sister is about the only viewer we might have. We adopted her from China.
But she's not in China. She's at your house.
How do you know that's not China?
Your house is not China. Your house is it's like 30 minutes away from here. And I'm nowhere close to China. I mean,
Are you sure?
we're closer to Russia than China. I mean, parts of the U.S., so it's like a little boat ride over.
Oh, yeah, but
probably a little boat ride over.
I don't know. It took me a while to get to your house. I don't know.
It's because it's in the middle of nowhere.
I know it is. He lives in the middle of nowhere, so you can't find him.
If you're in the middle of nowhere, you're probably close.
New Mexico. That's the middle of nowhere.
I live in Area 52.
That's in Nevada.
I know.
I'm just gonna...
This video may or may not be real time. It also kind of depends on who's you're watching, because we're using the same footage, editing it differently. So you might want to go and check out the other person's too.
Yeah.
Maybe we sound like super squeaky chipmunks.
Oompa Loompas even.
When it comes to the super squeaky chipmunks part, I should probably just like edit that so we sound like super squeaky chipmunks.
You can do that. I probably won't.
Because he's usually more serious than I am. No, not really. Yeah, well, sometimes. Sometimes it depends. Okay, this is weird. Where's that screwdriver? I think longer when I have a longer sitting back on the foot.
Also, I'd recommend not building a computer on carpet. But we don't have much choice. So that's why we're just grounding ourselves frequently.
Yes.
Also, do not wear polyester. That's why we're not wearing polyester. That stuff's a static bomb. Okay, so now the next thing to put in is the CPU.
As you said, heart of it. No, you said
No, that was
motherboard.
This is what makes it, compute. Where's the scissors?
It's the brain.
Where do we put those scissors?
The scissors?
Oh, they're there for here.
Scissors! The most important component to get things open.
Or a razor. Or even a screwdriver.
Something sharp.
Okay. Stock cooler, which we will not be using. But we'll just show it off anyways. Looks nice, got some heat pipes, pre-applied thermal paste. Don't get rid of this, just keep it as a backup in case anything else goes wrong. So in case your or your liquid cooler goes bad, that fiber warranty,
Yes.
you can throw this on while you wait for them to send you a new one. So you can get the plastic out of the box. Or is it so hot?
So we've got that. Does this come off this
What?
black thing?
No.
Okay.
Nope. I'm gonna do the CPU just because I know what I'm doing.
He knows what he's doing, people.
I've
He's
done
gonna
this
mess
before.
up.
Okay. So, what you do is use jam this in as hard as you can until you make it fit.
Do not do that.
Yeah, don't do that. Okay. So if you look at the pin side, don't touch any of them. You'll notice one corner of it has this triangle, but it's also like a square where there's no pins. And all the other ones are kind of like triangles where there's no pins.
There's a triangle.
Right, there's 3 triangles and then there's a square. Where's a square? Or does this not have a square? Okay, this doesn't have a square.
It has a triangle up here indicating this is where.
Ah, yes. That's the other way. So you just pop it in like that. It should fit right in. Try not to touch the top of it too much so you don't get your oils on it. Clamp it down in, and it's good to go.
There you go.
Now the next thing we do, before we put it on the CPU cooler, we're going to put it in the RAM. because I've had before with mine, when I stick one in here, actually it doesn't matter because we're going to stick in 2 sticks, so you'll do the lighter too. That's how this board wants it. But otherwise, like I've had to take off my liquid cooler when I upgraded to 16 gigs of RAM, and then put this one here because otherwise it wouldn't fit.
So,
here's your scissors.
thank you. Now, guys, you may see this later in my video. You won't be seeing this in his. Depending on how I feel, I might do a custom color on these. Just painting them, spray painting them. And if I decide to do that, you'll be seeing that on mine. You won't see that on his because he won't be getting that footage.
I might be putting a link to it though if you find it in the description of this video. So here's your RAM. Nice Corsair Vengeance 1866 megahertz. So with this, you'll notice there's a notch. DDR1 through 4 all have that same single notch, except for they're in different places. So that way you can't put them in the wrong slot.
Right.
So what you're gonna do, put them in the 10 slots.
I will after we show them the awesomeness. Vengeance is mine. So we make sure that
You have to put all the back too.
you have to put all the tabs.
This one only has tabs on the top also. So you just kind of slip it in the bottom one and push it down until it clicks.
Yes, and make sure that that gap that he mentioned, the notch, which is the same thing, that it
Not the
fits.
notch that you created in Minecraft. Not that notch.
And yes,
Another stick.
same thing.
Yep.
And flip those. And our RAM is installed.
Now for the liquid cooler.
The cool liquid cooler.
Yeah.
It's very
That
cool.
pun was intended. He's a punny guy. How do I open this? There we go.
It's called a box. You open it.
Not all boxes are created equal. There's your more bathroom literature for you. We may actually need that though.
Yeah.
There are these magnetic ones. And who knows if we'll be using them. Be careful you don't put your thumbs in the bend all the great things. Okay. As you can see, thermal paste is pre-applied. You like that?
Fan has a little bit of weight to it.
Yeah, that's a fairly high-speed fan too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to move quite a bit here.
Just for the heck of
See,
it.
your hose. Hang on, let me check this. I think because your hose is like textured. Yeah, my hose is smooth on mine, but yet his, as you can see, it's got a little bit of like texture to it. I kind of like it. It's nice.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I don't think that's actually.
Yeah,
gonna
you can't
move
because
it.
this will be sandwiched between the case and here.
Yes.
So yeah, that won't go in here
Unfortunately, we cannot use this for.
unless you stick in our fan here somewhere like down here. Maybe you could.
Yeah.
Bam. See, we need the mounting hardware first of all. Let's find that. Okay. Here's all your little tidbits. And then you need the bracket.
Now, while he's doing that, I'd like to point something out about this case. You can only see the back half of it. It's actually sectioned off, which is actually very nice for your, your organization. So you have your hard drives here. You've got your 5 1/4 bays up here, but then it's sectioned off. So it's actually very well partitioned. Just wanted to point that out.
Now, with this is made to go on Intel or AMD sockets. It's kind of universal, but this is the one we'll be using here. And it will fasten on right across the existing mounting brackets, which is nice. We don't have to like take out the motherboard and redo all that.
Handy dandy.
Yep. Just gonna right under these. Okay, so what you do, you put this through here, like the little hook thing. You take one of these, and you just start it on there. You want it fairly loose, that way we can put it on.
That's actually pretty nice. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really easy to mount.
So I'm just gonna.
It's
take a look at this.
not much harder than the stock cooler.
This is pretty nice. He did that. I did not.
I made a whoopsies.
So there's a little plastic covering.
Yep. Now you don't want to touch the thermal paste underneath it here yet, though.
All right.
See.
So the thermal paste on there is good enough.
Right. Yep. Doesn't matter.
I'm just gonna get this.
So we're gonna place the actual radiator thing just kind of off the side for now. We're gonna stick this on. Yep. It's kind of flopping around over. Yep. And then take this. Oop. We're just gonna position that over that. Clip it on to these hooks.
Yeah, you trapped that hook.
So, kind of get these a little bit snug. Now you want to tighten this thing down pretty evenly because I've had before mine overheat like crazy. I just took it off at like the one time and put it back down on, but made sure I tightened it down fairly evenly.
Mm-hmm.
And it was better. It said like just shutting off like under any load whatsoever
Yeah.
because it would overheat. It's staying nice and cool, and I can do whatever I want and it won't overheat. So yeah. So hang on a second. I got to stick a fan in there.
Right.
Where's the fan?
Right. The fan.
Where'd you put the fan?
Okay,
Call the fan.
stop.
This is in English.
I'm sorry. I speak Spanglish. Yo hablo English.
I speak American English. America. Get all the screws and stuff. That's fine what I'm looking for. So what I'm looking for are the long screws and then the washers.
Yes.
You want them?
I stepped on the tripod again. I'm sure it's fine, but I'm just gonna get back up and make sure it's doing all right.
As you can see, we're not professionals. We just have a selfie stick zip tied to a tripod.
Like to see that rig later. Yeah, we're doing well.
Okay, cool.
If I get 1 like on this video, you can see that rig.
If not, you can't see it.
Don't worry, it'll be me liking the video.
You're so pathetic. Okay, you want to go ahead and stick that on there? Put the hoses towards the top, so I didn't mind. It seems to work. Yeah, just twist them around however you need. It's okay. So, hang on a second. Let's see, there we go. As usual.
Jeremy is having oopsies.
It's an oopsie day. Yeah, here.
Now this has a film on it.
Yeah, we'll worry about that after a bit. You're blocking their view!
I'm sorry, I just want to take it off. It was bothering me.
But now we're gonna get fingerprints on
So?
it. But then that won't bother you?
Probably not. Here, just so it...
You're gonna just make it smudgy. Just leave it alone.
There.
Okay, so what I'm doing this right now is I'm just getting these screws started in. The radiator is threaded, so you don't have to worry about putting any nuts in anything. Just gotta get them in the right holes. Don't tighten them down all the way yet.
Alright.
Just get them a little more. Yeah, because I need to kind of wiggle around and get them all lined up.
Yeah.
Also, I found if you have these things upside down for very long at all, like on the side, and you go and stand it back up, the processor may overheat. Well, not so much as on the side, that's fine, but like upside down. I had that happen. It made like bubbling noises, and then the computer wouldn't stay running because it kept overheating. You know, it's just standing up for a little bit, and then it was fine. It was quite strange.
Just getting general crap out of the way for you guys.
One thing you may notice I'm doing is I'm tightening like from corner to corner, or I'm just going around in a circle. It's good practice. That way you don't put like unnecessary stress on your components and warp them.
Correct.
Well, it's probably not that important for this. It's just, it's good, a good habit to get into.
Correct.
You don't want to over tighten because you might strip them out. Like I think I stripped out the one screw there. So just snug them up. It's okay. It's got 3 more, so even if it is a little bit stripped out, we're good.
All right.
Okay, next thing to do, I think would be, wire this up obviously. Now, this has 2 connectors here. One is for the fan and one is for the pump. So, it doesn't really matter which one you plug them into, just as long as you use CPU and CPU optional. So I'm going to plug this. I'm going to go ahead and plug the pump, which is the one that sits right on the CPU. I'm going to plug that into the CPU optional port. Or no, actually stick it in there. Here. Now one of these is 3-pin and one is 4-pin. That's because the pump, you don't want it to be, like, the speed to be controlled by the motherboard, which is what the 4th pin does. The fan can be though.
I figure we're going to put these in next-ish.
The power supply is.
Yeah. Okay. Power supply next, guys. Stay tuned.
Oh,
for
750 watts of it.
Yes. Fairly powerful. Black cables.
Nice braided ones.
And it smells good too. You guys can't smell it, but it smells good.
Smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision.
Oh, there should be screws in here. Yep. Since he's doing the unboxing / unwrapping. And I'm assuming that this right here is probably a test plug. So you should be able to plug that in there and it turn on. Because I know normally what you do is you would short out the green wire to any black wire. Although, I guess this would plug into the other end of the wire then, because that doesn't work. But yeah, so that's what that would probably be.
Yeah, I saw something about that.
Which is definitely nice.
These are actually fairly sturdy. They look good, they smell good.
So now what we're going to... Some people, they put the fans in upside down like that. But here's the thing, if you have like fluffy carpet, then you could overheat it because it won't be able to suck in enough air. So why do you usually, safety precaution, just have it sucking in the warm air from inside the case. May not be ideal, but it's better than possibly burning it up.
This is true. No one wants to burn up their power supply.
Nobody likes to burn power supply.
Because it stinks up the joint. We like smelling how good these power cables are.
He speaks for himself. I would definitely keep those little Velcro strips. Those are nice.
Yes. I like them.
No, we'll save the cabling probably for last and do our cable management.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cable management. Important.
Unless you want it to look like mine over there, but the case doesn't really support cable management. That needs upgraded, but I can't really have a bigger one because it won't fit in the hole in my desk.